And a disappointing weekend in Edinburgh. How did you pick yourself up after a result like that?
Well, obviously we came in on the Sunday when we weren't meant to be, but I've seen that in my career quite a lot. So sometimes with defeats, you just need to get back in as soon as possible and talk through it and move on from it quickly. So yeah, everyone was in Sunday and we obviously spoke about what we needed to and watched what we needed to, and yeah, it's a fresh week now, so that's sort of put to bed now and we move on to the next game.
Whilst there's obviously disappointment, how important is it to learn from it and focus on the next game?
Yeah, definitely that's what it is. I think that's been the mantra for a while with the manager, sort of if we win or lose, we come in, we debrief it and then we move on to the next game, and obviously it was a tough defeat, so you don't just forget about it quickly, but the league's sort of unforgiving and you can win a couple of games and shoot up the table, or you can lose a few and go down the table. So yeah, big game on Saturday and everyone's looking forward to it.
Obviously got some minutes at the weekend. Just with re-signing this summer, has your role changed at the club? Now you're a senior member.
I've been senior for a few years now, so not really, but yeah, I always try and just sort of try and be one of the senior boys, and maybe in times like this as well, like I've experienced a lot of times like this in my career, whereas maybe some of the younger lads who are playing, maybe like Mo from Man City, for example, obviously he's been on loan before, but younger lads new to playing first team football every week. It's highs and lows and good times and bad, and you just need to try and stay level throughout both high and lows. So yeah, just try and pick the place up and move on, because you can be down one Saturday, but if we have a good week and go and pick up 3 points on Saturday, then changes the feeling.
Obviously all eyes returning home on Saturday. How important is it to get a result this weekend?
Yeah, it's massive. Obviously we want to bounce back anyway from the defeat that we got, but want to win our home games, want to be strong at home, and if we can make this place a bit of a fortress, then that can do us well for the season, picking up points here and then. Away from home we need to obviously try and be better, but we're coming up against very good teams, we know that. Obviously Hibs are a very good side at Easter Road, so yeah, Saturday's massive, as all games going forward will be, and we'll look to take the 3 points and then move on to the game after that.
Obviously Motherwell, the visitors, and probably in the same position as us. The performances have been good, but the results probably haven't matched it. How difficult a game are you expecting?
Yeah, it'll be very tough. It'll be quite an interesting game, just listening to how they play, and they've obviously got a new style under the new manager, which is quite refreshing to the league. I think people are being complimentary about that style, but obviously they're sort of similar to us. They haven't had the results they maybe have deserved from performances. Same with us, quite a lot of late goals and stuff that have cost us points that would have us in a much better position. So yeah, it'll be an interesting game. We'll obviously work hard this week preparing on them and probably watch some video as the week goes on, and hopefully we can come out the traps on Saturday and pick up a result. Obviously both teams, it's quite an important game probably for both sides, so they'll be looking to do the same, so we need to come out on top.
Obviously away for the game, the club are putting on a Down the Vale podcast at Howden Park, which you've obviously been on.
Yeah.
How important is it to provide fans things away from match day?
Massively, yeah. I love seeing that side of the game, and obviously over the years to come it will probably get a lot more with the sort of social media and everything that's available to people, but no, it's massive. I enjoy listening to things myself, and I'm within the club and I know the people, but even like some of the stories you listen back to, you don't know the people, even like Chris or something. I've known Chris the whole time I've been at the club, but then you listen to his story and you pick up things you don't know. So yeah, really enjoy that side of it, and so it must be good for the fans to get an insight into these things, and hopefully in the next few months and years there'll be a lot more comes out, because even for fans but for players it's great to get an insight into other clubs and watch sort of behind the scene things.